This is the 3rd of October, 2025. We got a test in the CP4 lab press here. Previously we were testing some bleached fiber, and so may have some traces of white fiber come out in my press cake. Samples we're going to run.
Is it wet in the bottom?
Wet in the bottom. Can you squeeze any water out? No. So it
feels wet.
Feels wet, but you're not getting anything to come out from your fist. We got the screw turning down here.
I can't get anything out.
Throw it on in. We've got to start a plug, and we've got trash containers here. That is, we're going to get the press running at a constant. We won't change the speed. We won't change the air pressure on the discharge cone here. Air pressure, discharge cone. You can see the screw turning there. We're using a perforated screen, and as soon as I see some coming out here, I'm going to come over here and close that discharge cone. Okay, got started right away. We're running low air pressure, just 1 bar, 15 psi. Press is filling up. Yeah, we've got the screw covered there at the inlet, so the press is full.
A different screen on there.
And I'm not getting much liquid out except what I'm pushing through the screen. I'm going to stop this test.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting ready to change the screen in this press. I've taken out the resistor bar that came out of here with the teeth on it. And we now have the discharge plate coming off. Tail stock pedestal is also off. And there comes out the screen. And here's our screw. And now we'll put on this screen that we have over here. It has a 6,000th, 150 micron. The slots you see down there, 150 microns, very tight. That compares to the 50,000ths, 1¼ millimeters we had in the perforated screen that we started with. Okay, we've started right away. It looked pretty good, and so we're now into our chair weight container and pail. Here's what the press looker looks like coming out. Got to collect a sample of that. We're measuring the time on this test. And sí, con el palo que no haga túnel. Supongo que no está haciendo túnel. I'll make sure it's not bridging in there. 6,000ths is awfully tight screen. We're getting ready for our second. Prendelo nomás. Okay, press is going forward, and we're starting to feed material in. As soon as it stabilizes, we've increased the air pressure to 60 psi, 4 bar. We have the same screen with the 150 micron slots, and we've slowed down the speed to 11 RPM, half of what we had before. So we've doubled the air pressure and cut the speed in half. Let's see if we get a higher yield. So this is our throughput capacity, second throughput capacity test. We'll get rid of these trash barrels and put into our containers here. That's the last of our sample going in. We're 20 seconds into our second test. Touching press cake and press liquor. We're going to try double pressing to see what the effect is. The trick with these tests in a CP4 press is to keep the screw covered at that end. That way you know the screen is completely full of material. The press works by squeezing material upon itself, and if the press is half empty, we lose some of the pressing effect. Press cake is coming out nice and dry. In fact, it may even look a little lighter in color, drier than it did on the first test. We get the lab results, we'll know. And Normally, spent coffee grounds have a high moisture content, 80-85%, and you can easily squeeze a stream of liquid from them. This material was quite dry to start with, so we're getting very little pressed liquor. Look at the difference. This is press cake from our first pressing, 30 psi, high speed. Here we have 60 psi, low speed. You can see the difference in the moisture content. That one's light and fluffy, and this one sticks together. What we're doing here is our third test. We're pressing or repressing, double pressing the press cake from the second file. That is, this material was pressed at 60 psi. We're feeding it into the press at the same low 11 RPM, half speed. This is the end of the third test. We're getting down close to the end. The interesting thing is we're still getting some liquid coming out here. So we're going to take moisture content of this and see if we've actually reduced the moisture content any further. Okay, here we are starting the fourth test. We're pressing the press cake from our first test. That was material that was pressed at 30 psi. Now we're pressing it at 60 psi at half speed. Okay, we're winding up the fourth test. Notice we're getting a steady stream of liquid out, which shows and the cake is coming out lighter in color than what's going in. One thing we notice is if I take a sample of this cake, here's the cake from the first pressing, low pressure, second pressing, high pressure, fourth pressing, pressing this material, and it's coming out, just looking at it, it's wetter than that. And this has been double pressed, shows what we can do. Okay, we've opened the cone and we're now emptying the press. Okay, quick factory tour here in the test area. We have a couple presses, a 16-inch and a 12-inch. Stage for going overseas, one of them. There's grinding in the screw department. Grinding QC work going on there. Work area, I just saw the welder from here in that video. And here's more screw work. Welding a screw. Notice all the flights on the rack in the background. We do have screws here. Vincent makes screw presses. This is where we stage material for welding, frames being manufactured, fiber filters being cleaned up for shipping, assembly department. Oh, here's this press and the next one are going for pineapple juice in the Philippines. Those are my projects. Oops, that one's got a stainless base. This one doesn't. That one's not mine. Here's mine. Got all stainless pineapple. They're finishing the assembly of a small press right here. And here's where we manufacture screens. There's Jose from the assembly department who was helping us. And you can see raw material for manufacturing screens. We have got a lot of it.